My friends, this is a great question. Why college stadiums are the biggest in the world? Bigger than soccer? Okay, I guess we shall see. Before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. Is the best way to show support. Now, if you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. And another thing, nowadays you can also hype a video. Helps a lot, please do it. So, a bit of a disclosure here. The soccer team I support, the stadium capacity is 60k and is the biggest capacity in my country. Let's see if you guys can beat that.
These are the biggest stadiums in the world. Top of the list is the Narendra Modi Stadium, as a cricket stadium.
Okay, damn, it's already gone. But this is cricket. Oh, this is cricket. Yeah, cricket. You know, Indians go crazy with that.
Stadiums in the world. Top of the list is the Narendra Modi Stadium. As a cricket stadium in India, it's host to the most popular sport in the most populous country on earth, so the capacity feels about right. Second is the...
So maybe this is the number one in the world?
The Rangrado 1st of May Stadium in Pyongyang, North Korea. But while it is a sports stadium, it's more frequently used for massive performances celebrating the North Korean nation and President Kim Il-sung. So again, the capacity makes sense. But after that, filling out the rest of the top 10, there is a common theme. They are all...
Oh. Wait. Wait. Michigan, Beaver, Pennsylvania, Ohio, this one is Texas, LA, Tennessee, Texas again, Alabama. All of them are over 100. Okay, that's insane.
All college football stadiums. Now, college football is one of...
Wait, but only college football? No NFL stadium is there? Wait, isn't Patriots or... I don't know, I only know Patriots, to be fair. But Ravens, the Pirates, the Cowboys, of course, they have massive stadiums. I thought it would be a bit bigger than college.
The most popular sports in the United States.
Sorry, let's go back. I need to stop pausing. That's actually insane.
Filling out the rest of the top 10, there is a common theme. They are all college football stadiums. Now, college football is one of the most popular sports in the United States, but it's not a professional American sports league like the NFL. University students are the athletes, and the stadiums are mostly on university campuses. So with all of that in mind, why exactly does this sport have most of the biggest stadiums in the world?
Honestly, as a European, this really makes zero sense, my friends. I know you guys love football. So when I started the channel, I was not sure which sport was the number one in America. I really thought it could be NBA or baseball. I know now it sounds very ignorant, but I really thought about that. I realized that very fast that football is the king sport in the US. And I'm not talking about real football, my friends. I'm talking about American football. That said, college football is in a different level. I mean, I had no idea.
The short answer to this question is in three parts: geography, arithmetic, and of course, money. Franklin Field in Philadelphia, built in 1895 to house Penn's football stadium, is credited as the first stadium built primarily for college football. But it was quickly deemed too small for big games, and it was replaced just 8 years later. And that set the tone. You see, football was growing in popularity, and as there were no NFL teams yet, college teams filled the demand. The powerful college teams...
So they are the first in certain regions, okay.
Played in the Northeast, where the stadium boom began.
I'm sorry, but this video is fascinating to me because I'm actually understanding what is going on. And I'm going to assume that certain states right now probably don't have an NFL team, right? So they have, but college team... all states have one, right? Maybe multiple. Texas have multiple, from what I understand. I guess it goes by university. Okay, my friend, this is actually fascinating.
Growing in popularity, and as there were no NFL teams yet, college teams filled the demand. The powerful college teams played in the Northeast, where the stadium boom began. Harvard built a 40,000-seater in 1903, and in 1914, Yale blew past that with the Yale Bowl, seating 64,000, with temporary
Yale is one of the best universities in the world, right?
seats that could take it above 70,000. And there was no slowing down after World War I. In fact, conditions were primed to ramp up stadium building even further. The competition between schools to attract the best players was growing. In the century before name, image, likeness deals allowed the best players to earn money through endorsements, you couldn't buy a better team, but you could build a much bigger stadium to attract the best players. In 1921,
That's genius. Yeah, so you cannot buy players. That's fascinating, actually. So instead of that, you need to build the best stadium, the best university to attract, basically young kids to go there. Probably there is female football. I'm not sure if there is, but But you guys get the point. Maybe there is female college football. I'm not sure actually.
Stanford opened a 65,000-seater stadium largely in response to the excellent team of SoCal, who themselves built a 73,000-seater stadium just 2 years later. And demand for college football was only increasing. More people had cars, and the highway system improved, making it easier to get to games. Student enrollment grew too, and there was a general economic boom in the roaring 20s, so schools poured money into their football stadiums. But even with capacities going up, people still couldn't get in. The New York Times wrote in 1926, as large as they build the stadiums, they're never large enough to meet the growing need.
Okay, so for the ones that are not aware, but I know 99% of the people watching is aware, but me and my wife went to San Antonio, Texas, and we ended up talking with a couple of people there, and most people, even though the San Antonio team is a really good basketball team, but most people still prefer college football. I mean, not sure if you guys believe me, but it was the impression that I had in San Antonio. I know it's crazy because it seems like the basketball team is one of the best teams in NBA, but even though people still prefer college football, my friends in San Antonio, Texas, it's a bit crazy, right? Since they have kind of like one of the best teams in NBA, but football felt a different level, Even Cowboys felt more popular than San Antonio, the Spurs, San Antonio Spurs.
And also, there was then, and still is, a fundamental economic motivation. There aren't many college football games per year, so to maximize revenue, you need to maximize seats. Michigan Stadium, for example, was expanded to a capacity of at least 100,000 in 1927 after a report from the university administration called for the stadium to be built with, quote, the utmost simplicity, or in other words, to focus on capacity. After World War II, the increasing popularity of college football in the South, combined with a desire to expand their athletic programs and earn a larger slice of the economic pie, saw stadiums grow there too. Tennessee, for instance, had a stadium of just 17,860 grow to a 64,000 capacity by
Holy, that's an insane jump.
1968. And just like in the North, the competitive motivation saw expansion spread. Georgia coach and athletic director Vince Dooley cited the need to keep up with Florida, Tennessee, and Auburn when arguing for growth from a 59,000-seater to a 77 in the early 1980s. With the rise of the TV era, though, the NFL had begun growing in popularity. But even as it grew into the richest league in the world, and glitzy stadiums sprung up for teams like the Cowboys and the Rams, capacities didn't get close to the college level. The MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, for example, which serves 2 teams in the largest metropolitan area in America, holds 25,000 seats fewer than Penn State's Beaver Stadium, which is located...
Honestly, my friends, those numbers, they are so unreal to me, For example, to have 82K, this is like the best soccer team in the world. It is not a college football team. You know what I mean? I respect this and I find this quite awesome. But damn, it's completely a different level in the US when it comes to stadium capacity. And people are so passionate about this.
4 hours away in the middle of nowhere in central Pennsylvania. So why is this? Well, for one thing, the NFL teams...
Sorry, just one question. But for example, baseball stadiums, they have what's the capacity? So since they don't make the top, I'm gonna assume they are more maybe in the 40K, 50K, maybe, right? Even though those are still big numbers, but they don't have the same attraction, right?
Were in central Pennsylvania. So why is this? Well, for one
same
thing, the
demand.
NFL teams were playing catch up in terms of popularity. They also had more games per year and less need to maximize every home game. There's less competition to one-up your rivals, which drove much more of the college football race. Many NFL stadiums are historically funded by taxpayers, so there are also slightly more financial limitations. And even in the new era of luxury stadiums, the emphasis has been on making money via suites and other amenities rather than pure attendance. In contrast, many college stadiums were built with bleacher seating, with the aim of packing in more students and alumni. And this is part of the same reason why European soccer stadiums haven't caught up in terms of capacity either. Another part is simple geography. There just isn't as much room in Europe, which often has multiple clubs in the same city or close by. Plus,
Yeah, okay, fair point, actually. But my friends, people told me that soccer is taking over the US. Eventually, it will be the number one sport, right? I mean, it was a joke, really bad joke. But I mean, soccer is growing a lot. To be fair, the World Cup is in America in a couple of weeks, so in 1 month, let's say. I'm so sorry, my friend, but I had to stop the video. I was looking at my statistics on YouTube, and guess what? Most of my viewers are not subscribers. How the hell is that possible? Please consider to do it if you are one of those. That said, we are not done. Another thing, if you can follow me on social media, links below. That would mean the world to me. You make my day, as you are aware. There is also a Patreon link below, and you may find some country music reactions. Take a look. You can join for free, actually. That said, let's continue with this.
American universities almost always own their stadium and the land around it. If they want to expand, they just do it. European clubs have a harder time. When Premier League soccer club Arsenal, for example, wanted to expand their stadium in the late 1990s, they were denied permission by the town council, partly because it would have required demolishing 25 neighbourhood houses. So the club found
Arsenal actually just won the championship, the Premier League.
a spot at a local industrial and waste disposal estate, bought it and built their new home, the Emirates Stadium, which now seats 60,704. And teams also fluctuate between divisions based on performance, so revenues are dictated by what league they're in. It's more volatile, so there isn't the assurance of revenue to match the costs of a growing stadium, an issue that college teams just don't have to worry about.
Fair.
If you like this video, please...
No, it was an amazing video. My friends, honestly, the next trip to the US, I believe it will be at the end of the year, maybe September, October. And one of the things I really want to do in America is actually to go to a college football game. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna. If when I say I'm talking for me and for my wife, but she agrees with me. We are not sure if we are going to the Midwest. For example, Michigan have a really good college football team, right? And they really embrace the sport. But what about Arizona? Is Arizona also into college football? California is also into college football? Because from what I understand, certain regions care more about college football than others. And one last question, last but not least, since I end up talking about soccer, anyone watching like soccer or no? I know this sounds a crazy question, but I wonder, is soccer actually not that popular in the US? Because you guys have an amazing female team, and the male team is pretty decent, I would say. So, and Messi plays on the US. Just a random question, because maybe soccer is bigger than I actually make it, to be. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this with me. Really means a lot. You guys end up spending this time. See you guys in the next one and answer those questions. Bye.